Let's be real. Artificial intelligence, it's not some sci-fi movie concept anymore, right? For our kids, it's just normal. It's woven into their toys, the apps on their tablets, and it's even showing up in their classrooms.
And what that means is this whole new reality is basically rewriting the rule book for what it means to grow up. It's serving up some absolutely incredible opportunities, for sure, but wow, it's also throwing some totally new and kind of scary challenges our way as parents.
So that brings us to the big question, the one we really need to get our heads around. How exactly is AI changing the game for growing up?
Okay, so here's the plan. We're going to look at what this new AI world looks like for our kids, weigh the good against the bad, and then get into the tough spot that puts parents in. After that, we'll switch gears to a real action plan, and we'll wrap up with what I think is our secret weapon, the human advantage.
All right, first up, our kids' new AI reality. You hear this term digital natives thrown around, right? Well, this is it. We're talking about the first generation to grow up, where AI isn't some newfangled thing, it's just part of the furniture. It's totally intuitive to them in a way no generation before us has ever experienced.
And if you think this is some niche thing, think again. We're talking about a $60 billion market. That is a ton of money, and it's all being poured into creating this explosion of AI-powered toys and learning tools that are marketed straight to our children.
So all that growth leads us right to the heart of the matter for parents. AI is, well, it's a total double-edged sword. On one hand, it's this amazing tool for good, but on the other, it's opening up a whole new world of dangers. Let's start with the good stuff, the promise. The potential here is just staggering. Imagine AI as a personal super tutor for your kid. I'm talking about tools that actually boost critical thinking, platforms that make coding accessible, and toys that make learning about science and math genuinely fun. It's pretty amazing.
But, and this is a big but, for every bit of promise, there's the peril. This quote from a tech editor really nails the fear. He says AI images are becoming terrifyingly realistic, indistinguishable. Think about that. You literally can't tell what's real and what's fake.
And listen, this isn't just some far-off what-if scenario. This is happening now. We're seeing teens use this tech to create nasty fake images of their classmates to bully them. And it gets even scarier. Scammers can actually clone a child's voice or create a fake video to try and blackmail terrified parents. It's the stuff of nightmares.
So you see the tightrope parents are on, right? On one side, you've got this amazing opportunity, like personalized learning. But on the other, you've got the very real risk of digital addiction. You get creative expression, but also the danger of social isolation or getting tricked by misinformation. It feels like a constant high-stakes balancing act.
And all of this brings us to what I'm calling the modern parent's dilemma. It's this feeling of trying to navigate a world where, let's be honest, you often feel like your own kids know way more about the technology than you do.
You know, researchers have a great way to describe this gap. They call our kids digital natives because for them, technology is their first language. It's just natural. And then there are the parents, us, the digital immigrants. We grew up in an analog world, so we're always kind of adapting to this new landscape. That one little difference in how we grew up, it changes absolutely everything. And the numbers totally back this up. Get this, a whopping 72% of parents say they're worried about AI's impact. But here's the kicker, only 17% are actively trying to learn more about it. So there's this huge gap between being worried and actually doing something. And I just want to say, if you're a parent and that sounds familiar, you are definitely not alone.
So, the big question is, how do we close that gap? How do we move from just worrying to taking action? Okay, let's shift gears. We've talked about the problems. Now let's get into the solutions. I'm talking about a real action plan for parents, with stuff you can actually do to feel empowered.
Experts say the key is to break it down by age. So when they're little, 3 to 6, you focus on the basics with safe educational games. Then, when they hit elementary school, you can introduce simple coding tools. By middle school, it's time for the bigger conversations about ethics and privacy online. And then in high school, they're ready to tackle the really advanced stuff, like machine learning.
And beyond what they learn in school, it really comes down to 4 key pillars at home. First, set healthy limits on screen time. That balance is so important. Second, make their digital space safe. Use those parental controls. Third, and this is absolutely critical, prioritize real face-to-face time. You've got to build those social skills technology can't teach. And finally, teach them to be critical thinkers. Don't just accept what an AI tells you, question everything. You see, all of these strategies are really pointing to one big goal for the future. The point isn't just to teach our kids how to use AI. The real goal is to build up those uniquely human skills so they can truly thrive alongside it.
And if you're wondering why this is also urgent, just look at how fast things are changing. The World Economic Forum has some mind-blowing numbers. They figure that by 2025, which is right around the corner, automation might get rid of 85 million jobs. But, and here's the hopeful part, it's also expected to create 97 million new jobs. Jobs that are all about humans and AI working together. The future of work isn't coming. It's already here.
So what's the bottom line in all of this? It's actually pretty simple. In a world where AI can do all the calculating and automating, it's our most human skills that become our superpower. Things like creativity, empathy, and real critical thinking. Those are the things that will be more valuable than ever.
And that brings us full circle. The real challenge for us as parents isn't just about teaching our kids how to use the latest app or gadget. It's so much deeper. It's about nurturing those timeless human skills. They'll need to navigate a world they will absolutely share with AI. So I'll leave you with this final thought. Are we just preparing our kids to use AI, or are we preparing them to thrive alongside it?